What's cracking, cousin? It's your favorite cousin, Can here at the Lighthouse. This is the Divine Feminine headquarters, and yes, this is your favorite cousin, Can from the YouTube channel, Can Be the Light. I know many of you are like, Can, where you been? What's been going on? Well, I took 3 years off from work to work on myself, so no relationship, no job, no business, no nothing, just strictly working on myself, and I have been guided to come back and help a powerful community of women that are deciding to do the same thing, no longer working hard, releasing all toxicity from your life, and connecting to your true divine feminine identity. I will be here every week, every Monday, with spiritual guidance for you ladies. I'm so excited to work with you, and congratulations to the new you. Hey cousin, it's your favorite cousin Can here at the Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about if you should be calling back your power. I know that a lot of people talk about calling back your power. You already know in the spiritual community, you hear this a lot. Call back your power from wherever it's at, floating out there around. I don't know why people say that, but we just gonna get to the bottom of it today. Of course, when Spirit puts it on my heart to speak about something, I'm gonna speak about it. And I know that a lot of spiritual women, they say this, but this is how I feel, and you don't have to agree, but of course you can leave it in the comments how you feel. If you agree or if you don't agree, you just let me know. All right, I'm just telling you from my own experience, and of course I'm gonna always give it to you straight from Spirit. The reason why I have to speak about calling back your power is because a lot of spiritual women believe that they have power that they truly don't have. And I'm just going to be completely honest with you. That's why when you're listening to different people online, different spiritualists, people telling you to do this, burn this, go here, do that. Okay, listen. You don't want to get yourself wrapped up in a whole bunch of trouble. Okay, let me just go back and say this though. I can't tell you what to do. I always do this. I'm always trying to tell y'all what to do because I care about y'all so much, and I don't want to see y'all going down the wrong direction, but I also know that when it comes to spirituality, you can't go wrong. You only can learn. So if you choose to listen to different type of spiritual women and doing whatever it is they do, there's no wrong, because I'm going to tell you the truth. When I first started off, I did the same thing. I didn't know nothing about spirituality, nothing, all right? I was listening to all kind of women that were not healed. I was listening to all kind of women that were heartbroken, unhealthy, and mad and vengeful inside. And I was doing a lot of different things, and I had to learn. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. So I had to learn the hard way. And the reason why I tried to warn y'all and tell y'all different things about spiritual women is because I don't want you all to make those same judgments that I made. You can do whatever it is you want to do. Of course, you're grown. You can do whatever you want to do. But if I can help you to have a better life or a better understanding of spirituality, I'm going to do it, because I know that there is a need for more women to heal. And it's not a lot of that when it comes to the spiritual community. I'm just telling you the truth. It's not just spirituality, not just the spiritual community. I'm talking about religious people, leaders, people who say that they're connected spiritually, but they're not. All right. They're still hurting. They're still on their path, and they're guiding you based off of their level of awareness and understanding. And when it comes to your power, I just want to let you know, you don't have to call back your power. You're powerful. You don't have to do that. And I'm going to tell you why. If you have the power, then why would you give it away? You see what I'm saying? Like, that just don't make sense. Every time I hear that, or I hear people say that, it just don't make sense to me. If you have power, where would your power be going? Who would be taking your power? Who's taking your power away from you? Because if you have power, would you allow somebody to take your power away from you? I'm just saying. Sometimes we just have to stop and think about these things. But I'll be honest, like I said, when you're in need of answers, or you're seeking some type of guidance or validation or some type of something out here when it comes to spirituality or comes to your life, whenever you're seeking some type of guidance, you'll listen to things that sound good, but it really don't make sense. And And this is one of those things that just don't make sense to me. When you're powerful, nobody can take your power away from you. Now, what I will say is this. In the beginning, when we first start off on our hero's journey, we start off on our path, we don't have the power. And it's just the truth. When we come to this planet, we don't know anything. We all come down here just trying to figure it out. So we don't know anything. And those of us who are called to separate from the world, we're called to separate from the way that everybody is doing things traditionally. So many of us that are on the spiritual path, we may be the only person in our family that is choosing this path. We may be the one that is teaching everybody around us that there's more to life than reading a book and getting guidance. There's more to spirituality than that. There's more to spirituality than listening to a pastor, a minister, a preacher, or some type of leader and getting guidance that way. There's more to it than that, because we see that it's not working. It's just not working on a larger scale. It's just not working for us. So there are many of us that are being called forward, and this is Spirit calling us forward to go on a path that other people are not going on. And you'll find yourself on many different paths. Honestly, you could be a Hebrew one year or a couple years. You can go and be a Muslim a few years after that and go to the synagogue or something like that. You may be a Buddhist. Listen, you'll start going down all these different paths just trying to discover, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the world will say that there's something wrong with that. You need to stick to one group. You need to stick to one way of doing things. But I'm here to tell you, when you start to open yourself up to the Spirit, Spirit will show you that there's something to learn from every single religious group out there, from every religious text. You can learn something from all groups, but ultimately it's all going to lead you back to you. Whenever you're a part of a traditional religious system, it normally is going to point you outside of yourself to believe in something outside of you that is going to help you to become greater. And I'm here to tell you that when you get on this spiritual path, yes, you will go down many twists and turns. You will go different directions or whatever. But I'm telling you, it's all going to lead you back to you. Why does it do that? It's going to lead you back to you because you are a reflection and a creation of the source. Okay? When we learn how to start taking care of ourselves, we don't know that when we're guided to take care of ourselves, that we actually are being called to a relationship with the source. We're actually being called to a relationship, a better relationship, a stronger relationship with our Creator. I didn't know that. When I started off on my path and I started going through dark nights of the soul and stuff like that, I didn't know I was being guided to a closer relationship with Spirit. I just felt like I needed to do something with my life. I knew that I needed to get better. I knew that I needed to do something to become a better person. So I started a little bit at a time, making adjustments and doing things that were best for me. Not necessarily doing what everybody else wanted me to do, but just doing what was best for me. And that led me down a path of connecting to Spirit. Whenever we're taking care of ourselves, we're connecting to the Spirit and taking care of the temple that the Spirit is going to come and dwell in. Our body is going to house the Spirit, but we have to cleanse. So when we're calling back our power, we don't even have it at that point in the journey. We don't even have it, because when you are connected to Spirit, let me tell you, when you're connected to Spirit, you know what you got within you and around you. You know it without a shadow of a doubt. But how do you know this? You go through that journey like I was telling you about. You go through all these twists and these turns and these ups and these downs and all of this, okay? This is your initiation. This is your training. This is your training. This is how Spirit does this. But we have to be open to it. We have to be open to receiving information from Spirit that may go against what you believe to be true, what somebody told you was true, what your parents told you was the truth, what the world is telling you is the truth. Spirit will tell you the truth if you're open to hear it. If you say, no, this is not the truth, it has to be this way, it can't be that way, and no, okay, you ain't ready to roll with Spirit. You're not ready. And that's just what it is. It's what it is, all right? So the power that you want, or the power that we want, is coming from spirit. The power does not come from us. And we learn that in life because remember how I was telling you earlier, we're following all these different paths and doing all these different things and trying to make our life make sense. And it still don't make sense because it'll never make sense until you connect to spirit. When we're trying to figure it out on our own, we only can go so far. And when I say people are disconnected from spirit, that means your higher self, your greater self, the greatest version of you, which is one with spirit, you're disconnected from that part of yourself. Okay? When you connect to that part of yourself that is very certain and very sure and knows all, just like spirit knows all, then you know for a fact nobody can take your power away from you. There's no way that they can do that. The only way you can disconnect from spirit or disconnect from the source or disconnect from your power is by you doing certain things that will disconnect you. That's the only way. It's the only way. So when it comes to spell work and people doing different things like that in the spiritual community, that does work. I don't care what people say. I don't care what nobody believes. Many people are underneath the spell right now. And this whole world is underneath the spell right now. And they don't even know it because that's how cold the spell is, all right? I'm telling you it's real. And people don't have to believe it, but that's the truth. But the spell works when you're disconnected from the source. That's how it works. When you got one foot over here doing what you want to do and another foot over there trying to figure it out. You're trying to figure it out on one hand, and then on the other hand, you say, oh, I'm going to get it right tomorrow. That's how you get lit up. I'm telling you the truth. That's how you get lit up. But when you go all in with spirit, meaning that you're open to receive the guidance that you're getting. You know what you know, and you follow the guidance. You're no longer trying to do whatever you want to do. You're now following behind spirit. And it's like this, okay? I'm going to use this example. When we eat certain foods, it makes us feel real hungry, right? We feel real hungry. And most of the time, that's that GMO food. It makes you feel so hungry after you eat. Like if you go to McDonald's or some of these little places or whatever and you get some food. It's like, dang, I just had a whole meal and I'm still hungry. So you'll have the thought, let me go get something else to eat because I'm still hungry. That's coming from your gut. That's your lower nature, right? But in your mind, you know, you just ate about 2,000 calories or whatever calories are, but you just ate a bunch of food. So you know in your mind, your higher self is like, you don't need to eat nothing else. If you ate that, then that's your fault. You don't need to go eat nothing else. But your lower nature is like, no, for real, I'm still hungry. I need to go and find something else to eat. On a lower level, okay, our human body, we're always doing the lower thing. We're just going to do that in the beginning, okay? So we're always choosing to follow that lower nature where it's like, no, I'm going to get what I want because I feel like this. I want this. This is what I want. I'm going to do this or that, okay? When you start connecting to your higher self, you start connecting to spirit, then it doesn't matter how you feel. It doesn't matter how your body feels. You listen to your higher self. You follow that guidance from your higher self that says, you eat tomorrow. And then you say, okay, well, let me just drink some water or something. Give me some little juice, drink me some water, maybe eat some ice, cool on out, and I'll eat tomorrow. That's what it is, okay? That's what it is. When we're disconnected from the spirit, it's because we're doing whatever it is that we want to do. That's why I tell y'all all the time, join us in spiritual alignment class. Join us in spiritual alignment class. And I ain't going to tell y'all that. Never mind. Just join us in spiritual alignment class. I'm not telling y'all too much because y'all not in the private group. I love you, cousin, okay? I told you I love you now. But there is a certain group of people that I am being guided to help. These women are ones that I know. They rolling with me, I'm rolling with them. So that's where I put my focus and attention, and that's where my energy go. I'm just going to tell you the truth. But if you want to be a part of the family, then make sure you join us in spiritual alignment class, or you can sign up for any of the programs over at the Divine Feminine Learning Center, which I already know that just launched. It just launched. So if you sign up for any of the programs over there, you can join the private community that way as well. So the only way to join the private community, just a little sidebar, the only way for you to join a private community is for you to be ready to do some work. That's just how it's set up. And that's just how it is. I'm not here to just guide people like I was before. I'm not here to do that. Even though I know that these videos and all this stuff help y'all and stuff like that. But the ones that I'm really supposed to put my focus and attention on are women who are ready to do the work. Because I know that these are women who are getting ready to make a big impact in the world. These are the divine feminines. And the divine feminine is powerful. A lot of times, when we're disconnected from spirit, then we're not living in that divine feminine energy. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you to connect to that energy. So you won't be out here feeling like somebody can take your power from you or somebody's draining your energy. When you're connected to the source, you're connected spiritually, nobody is draining your energy or draining your power. But you have to learn how to put those layers of protection around yourself. If you're completely opening up yourself to spirit, to the spirit realm, you have to learn how to put this protection around yourself. You have to learn how to put these layers of protection around yourself. And doing things like putting salt around your house or sage in your house or using Palo Santo, all of that only exists in the physical, okay? Only exists in the physical. That does not protect you from spiritual warfare. I'm just telling you the truth. Because people are not going to tell you this because they don't know. They believe that them doing things in the physical is going to protect them in the spiritual, and that's not how this works. If you need spiritual protection, then you need to learn how to protect your energy in the spirit realm. You got to know how to do that. But there's no way that we know how to do that when we're disconnected. So then we feel like people are draining our energy, or we need to call our power back, or people are taking our power, because they are taking our power. It's just like being in this world, you know? Before we got on our spiritual path, we didn't have the awareness of what was going on. We didn't know. So we were doing all kind of things, eating all kind of food, living crazy, smoking, doing all kind of stuff because we didn't know any better. But then when you learned the truth, then you're like, oh, no. I'm not moving like that. I'm not getting ready to do those things because I need to keep my energy and keep my power. So I'm not getting ready to do something or eat something or be around some people that's going to drain my energy. That's what it is, okay? So I'll just leave you with that. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. It's going to be short today because tomorrow we have our monthly call in our private community. It's all of our cousins that's a part of the private community. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. And we also have our giveaway tomorrow. So I'm preparing for that. But I have to definitely make sure that I jump on here. Well, you already know every Monday I'm going to come with the messages. So that's just the message. Nobody can take your power away from you when you're connected to this power source. Only you can disconnect yourself from spirit, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and your actions. That's how we disconnect ourselves from the spirit. As long as you're in alignment with spirit and you know that you're doing what you're being guided to do, the spirit is ready to give you all the power. Just letting you know. All right, cousin, I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.